All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday and a tasting kind of a mixed bag of a lot of different stuff. I hope I got these all together with the right supplier here. It looks like we've got wines from a Robert Catcher. And well, I thought the Chene Bleu was Wilson Dan, so it must be Premier. Anyways, I've been gone on vacation for a few weeks, and I looked through my what I drank yesterday's, and it's tough sometimes. I can't figure out who the hell the suppliers were that came in a couple weeks later. If I don't do it the very next day, this is what I drank yesterday. It's kind of become what I drank last week, and if I went on vacation, it could be what I drank last month. Actually, we're getting caught up here, so we'll be back to what I drank yesterday very soon. And this is a mix, like I said, a hodgepodge of different things. The first one, a Tora Albala Marques de Poli Amontillado. And actually, this should have been in with our former reviews on Jameson Ranch and Light Horse, but we'll throw it in here. It's a really unique dry style of Pedro Jimenez, and 21% alcohol, but they don't fortify this wine, so it naturally gets to this level of alcohol due to evaporation. This wine, a really unique style of sherry, good amount of dried fruit, dates, figs, molasses, hazelnut, really complex and intriguing aroma, and really big wine on the palate. This wine very savory with some coffee and dark cocoa notes, bitter almonds, a really long finish. Most excellent juice, but a very unique style of sherry. You have to like intense wines with a little oxidization to like sherry. This wine, $33.75. They also make the greatest dessert wine we have in the store. Pedro Jimenez, usually a very sweet wine. All right, starting out with well, the wines from this our supplier here, Domaine de Quilla Muscadet Sèvres and Sèvres Maine, and I failed French class twice, I'm sorry, once in high school, once again in college. This wine's got that classic briny minerality of the Muscadets from this area, and a little lemon lime citrus, green melon fruit, a light and refreshing white with tongue-tingling acidity, and a bright fresh finish at $12.75. A great little value. This is Robert Catcher here. All right, Domaine de Ehrhart Riesling Vieilles Vignes, a small family-owned property, all organics, got a good amount of that petrol already coming out in the nose here. Usually that takes a little while to develop on the second day, kind of blew off here. Apple and peach-like fruit, nice balanced Riesling with a touch of residual and a nice note of that mineral slate on the finish. Short but pleasant, very good at 19 1/4. All right, the Monet Bourgogne, Les Grands Coutures. Anyways, good amount of that fruit coming from Meursault, so you get a nice touch of oak spice here, that rich, ripe tropical fruit coming from Meursault, and a light matchstick flinty note to the quality. Nice richness and concentration on the tongue for a Bourgogne, and that nice flinty mineral nuance showing on the finish. Open up very nicely on the second day. A very good little example of Bourgogne. If you like Meursault, a taste of that appellation at $31.50. All right, the Chene Bleu Crestet from the Ventoux, and this is their rosé, and then this is a great little property. I remember the first time we got introduced to these wines. Very exciting. We've got both of their reds, two different blends, one Grenache predominant, one Syrah predominant. But this is their rosé, which is Grenache, Syrah, and Cinsault, and very pretty. Some lovely red berry fruit, raspberries with peach and fruity floral highlights. Some salty minerally notes here also. Good amount of that raspberry Jolly Rancher candy showing on the tongue with a lovely creamy texture and a firm hand of acidity leading into a very dry finish. Excellent juice. One of the better rosés we have on the shelf. Next up, the Mas de Bressans Cuvée Tradition, the Casters de Nimes. And this is a blend of 60% Grenache and 40% Syrah, and incredible values you can find down here. This wine's got a beautiful nose of red plum, cherry fruit, rose petals, light smoky notes, a big and full-bodied rosé on the tongue, and this wine's got a good amount of that red cherry fruit with some tannins here at the end even, a big rosé, and nice richness opening up nicely on the second day, bone dry on the finish here as well, $13.50. And then the Andre Brunel Côte de Rhône Rouge from 2012, one of the greatest values in the world of wine, Côte de Rhône, and this wine is now finished with a screw cap. Not this wine, the 2012. We got other vintages here in the store. I think this is 2010. A great vintage for the Southern Rhone. This was a revelation for them. I love the screw cap, especially in inexpensive wines. It's a blend of 75% Grenache, 15% Cinsault, and 10% Syrah. Fresh and fruity on the nose, mixed berry pie-like fruit, pretty floral notes and herbs, lots of that juicy berry fruit on the tongue, soft round tannins, a nice bit of that herbs and floral nuance on the finish. A very good little wine at $12.50, and that's what we had to drink with our friends from Bobby Catcher, and one wine thrown in there at the beginning, the sherry. All right, I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.